This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, great league games from all around the Bay Area. We have Mitty battling Bellarmine, San Ramon Valley meets California, and Bishop O'Dowd takes on Freedom.
Volleyball features Valley Christian at St. Ignatius, water polo with Menlo Atherton and Acalanes, and the story of the Santa Teresa football player back on the field after a rare illness. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Marissa Levis. We start tonight with opening night in the West Catholic League. Always one of the most powerful leagues in the Bay Area. The league is strong again this year. St. Francis is coming off a very impressive preseason with senior quarterback Reed Vattel leading the way.
Yeah, Valley Christian likes to run the ball with a variety of players, but senior Charlie Bostic is really impressive, averaging 131 yards a game. Let's kick it off in the West Catholic League with St. Francis and Valley Christian Friday night. The cheerleaders up in the air and pumped up for this Warriors versus Lancers WCAL opening night showdown. To kick it off in the first quarter, it's Juan Turner with a handoff to Charlie Bostic Jr., who runs the ball 8 yards, tackled at the 5, but not having enough. Bostic hops back up, and the next play takes it in for the touchdown. Valley Christian is up 7-0. Next, it's St. Francis quarterback Reed Vattel with a handoff to Darryl Page, who takes the ball 25 yards for the Lancers' first down. After inching their way upfield, it's back to Page again, who breaks through the line into the end zone for the Lancers' TD. We're tied at 7. Finishing up the second quarter, back to Turner with another handoff to Boston, who takes the ball 82 yards for the touchdown. The Warriors bringing the score to 14-7 Valley Christian at the half. Skipping to the end of the third, it's Vattel with a long pass to Ryan Higgins, and that'll be a first down for the Lancers, leading to a touchdown, and we're tied at 14. Fourth quarter now, it's Turner with a nice pass to Alton Julian, who catches the ball. It's another TD for Valley Christian, and it's 20-14 Warriors. Wrapping it up in the fourth, it's Turner again with a handoff to D'Angelo McKenzie, who takes the ball 92 yards for number 5, a touchdown for Valley Christian, and the Warriors go on to win it 28-21. Opening night in the WCAL goes to Valley Christian, Bostic leading the way with 129 yards on the ground. The Castro Valley cheerleaders in good spirits as the Trojans host the El Cerrito Gauchos. Castro Valley on the board first. Quarterback Daniel Gutierrez firing into the end zone for Sammy Prettyman. All alone, Trojans have an early lead. El Cerrito, though, right back. Lanique Wilkes firing up the middle to Nassim Woods. A nice catch, extra point missed. 7-6 Castro Valley. More El Cerrito, and it's Wilkes again, this time strolling into the end zone as El Cerrito takes the lead at the end of 1. Second quarter now, and the Gauchos keep on coming. This is Trey Baker diving in. The Gauchos get the 2-point conversion, 20-7 El Cerrito. The Trojans' Austin Fields had a terrific game. A nice run here on the Castro Valley scoring drive. That sets up this Gutierrez to Fields TD strike, and the Trojans trail 20-14 just before the half. Second half was all El Cerrito Gauchos. Tyler Dixon throwing deep to Maliki Miller, who hauls it in 35 yards, and the Gauchos extend their lead. Wilkes with a big game for the Gauchos, running for 116 yards in the game, including this gain right here. One more touchdown for El Cerrito, and it comes via the defense. It's a fumble, and right there to pick it up is Hakeem Pippins. He takes it in for the final score of the game as El Cerrito wins it. 34-14 was the final. The Gauchos now 3-1 on the season. The Washington Eagles getting set to take on the California School for the Deaf Friday afternoon. This one was a defensive battle all game long. Jaden Reeder gets past the offensive line quickly for the tackle. He's a freshman. The Cal School for the Deaf looking to jumpstart their offense, handed to Khalil Arambolas, who runs for a nice game, but the CSD Eagles would not score. They get the ball back later in the first, but Washington gets the stop on defense as Jalen Lee comes up with a big-time sack. No score after 1. Washington finally getting some offense started in the second. Calvin Tran throws to Boone Dickens, who hauls it in for a first down, but the drive would stall. The Cal School for the Deaf with the ball again. Spezio Harmon with the quarterback keeper. Great second effort from the senior to get the first down. The Eagles from CSD still on the attack, but Washington comes up with another big defensive play as Keontae Jones gets the tackle for a loss. Still no score in this one, but here come the Washington Eagles. Tran connects with Martin Lay for a big gain there. We're in the red zone just a few plays later. Handed off to Jordan Simon, and he plunges in for the first and only points of the game. PAT was no good at 6-0 Washington. Washington looking for more later on, but Luke Bella somehow comes up with the ball for the interception for California School for the Deaf, but Washington holds on 6-0 for their second win of the year, Simon leading the way.
The Monte Vista Mustangs host the California Grizzlies in a fight for first in the East Bay League. The Mustangs get right to work. Nikki Kavat sets to Hannah Okura, who assisted to Maddie Daly, who puts it away. Monte Vista with the big lead. Here's Hannah Choi to Okura, and flying in for the monster kill is Jordan Polo. The Stings take set 1, 25-12. Cal High fighting back as Claire Paricio bumps it to Marissa, saying she sets up senior Jenna Hahn, and she finds the hardwood. The Mustangs stay on their toes as Nikki Zing digs it to Okura. She sets it to Kavad, who tips it over to the net for the point. Monte Vista takes the second, 25-11. The Stings grab a big lead in the third set. Izzy Strand sets it to Kavat, who hits it from range for the big kill and a 13-point lead. The Grizzlies still fighting. Kat Vonage passes to Riley Eisenberg, who sets it to Hahn, and she absolutely crushes it. But the Mustangs stay strong. Kavat bumps it to Strand and gets it right back. She hits it from deep and gets the kill. What a night for her, racking up 16 kills total. Monte Vista wins it in 3. They are now 6-0 in league, extending their winning streak to 10.
Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Players of the Week award.
The announcement made in a wrap produced by the hip-hop department at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Rikus Center.
Yeah, if you've never been to College Park, it's time to get your high school history knowledge sparked. They got a solid start, moving the ball up yards. Now their team is ruling the field like real oligarchs. With the top running back, leaving D-lines empty. Number 3 light on his feet is Eli Dempsey. 262 yards on 17 carries. The Falcons are 4-0, they're best in history.
Now, let's look at the defending CCS champs. These bears have not been captured by no BBS camps. Melo athlete in high school has a star in the making. You can already tell from the name, Lamar Sean Payton. 17 carries, 161 yards. His running back had him hurting like a Chevy Lombard. Scoring 2 touchdowns. The more his shoes brush ground, the more defenders were left short and confused in the dust clouds.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our young people.
So each week they will present a driving tip to help our teens drive more safely. Here is this week's tip.
I'm Sierra Adams from Kennedy High School with this week's South County Chrysler Safe Driving Tip. Research shows texting on average causes a loss of focus on the road for 4.6 seconds. You can drive the length of a full football field in that time. Don't try the texting while stopped approach either, as many states ban texting while behind the wheel. And when you have your head down, you won't notice key developments that may occur. Remember, you still need to pay attention to the road when you're stopped.
Coming up, the Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game as Ensenal meets Piedmont.
And Valley Christian meets St. Ignatius on the hardwood as 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Stevens Creek Toyota is proud to support high school sports to help mold the leaders of tomorrow. Now we invite you to experience the future today with the car of the future, the all-new 2016 Mirai hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. Be the first to drive the future today, or check out the amazing new 2016 Prius Liftback. Plus, experience genuine Toyota service in our state-of-the-art facility. Drive the future right in the heart of Silicon Valley at Stevens Creek Toyota San Jose.
For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures, since 1970.
We're back at Levi Stadium with our NCS Blockbuster game. The Piedmont Highlanders are off to a very impressive start at 3-1, but the schedule gets tougher from here.
Yeah, the Highlanders meeting an Encinal team coming in at 4-0 with quarterback Fiore Oliver lighting it up. Encinal at Piedmont in our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Big game tonight here at Piedmont High School as the Highlanders take on the 4-0 Encinal Jets. Two very high-scoring teams tonight, so expect a lot of action in this one. The Highlanders coming in at 3-1, leading them will be QB number 9, Jacob Prager. This guy is having a standout senior year, completing 64% of his passes with 10 touchdowns. For the Jets, it'll be senior Fiore Oliver, who's been off the charts. He has 494 yards rushing on top of completing 62% of his passes. It's Encinal at Piedmont in our block construction blockbuster game. Piedmont comes out in the first fired up, ready to play. The Highlanders in the red zone early. QB Jacob Prager hands the ball off to KK Smith, and he runs it in for the touchdown. Piedmont leads 7-0. Here's Encinal returning the kickoff. The Highlanders special teams hustles down, and William Robertson with a great play. He strips the ball, and the Highlanders gain possession back. Prager with the ball on the 35-yard line. He looks upfield, throws it on the run to Cole Kingston, who makes the catch, and he takes off. Just like that, the Highlanders lead 14-0 just 4 minutes in. Second quarter, the Jets with some catching up to do. Here's QB Theory Oliver faking the handoff and going long. There for the catch is Teddy Oliver. Encinal trails by 7. The Jets are just getting started. Oliver hands the ball off to Taj Banks. He squeezes by traffic and runs it in for the touchdown. Extra point missed. Encinal down by 1. Third quarter, the Jets with the ball. Oliver hands it to Abdul Holland, who pushes it forward to the 5-yard line. Now in the fourth, the Jets with the ball. Oliver handing it off to Banks. He reaches for the end zone, and he's in. Encinal takes the lead 21-14. With a minute and 30 left in the game, the Jets aren't done. Oliver hands it to Banks, and there is no stopping him. Encinal wins it 28-21. They are now 5-0 on the season. Oliver tells us what is working for the Jets.
On the walkthrough days, them not walkthroughs for us. We have to go 100%, so that's what we did. And then it was just effort pretty much. I told my coach in the morning, this is the day. And he told me that back, so the whole day was just going by fine. Great, matter of fact, it was going by great. And then we came out with the win, that's all it was. We all played as a team.
In Piedmont with our NCS Blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The St. Ignatius varsity getting a big welcome as they take on Valley Christian. The Wildcats energetic early. Rose Holscher to Sierra Tyson, who sets Lizzie Fleming, and the Warriors had no answer for that. Still early first, and Tyson serving up some nasty stuff, and there to rip home the overpass is Delaney Peranich. Later in the first, the Warriors battle back Adrian Tong to Brianna Latigue. Quick set to Taylor Fleming, who just crushes it. But the Cats take the first. A great dig here by S.I. Sky. Deval Santos over to Hope Hagan, who sends it outside to Megan Lewis, who tools it off the block. 25-16 Cats in the first. Second set, the Warriors looking to get back in it. Sante Stewart and Logan Manley with a double block. It goes to Kaylee Zhang over to Latigue to Manley. But the Cats take control. Megan Yu to Tyson with a leaping back set to Megan Lucy, who cranks it hard line, and she was pretty happy about that. Late in the second, the Cats go Peranich to Tyson, way outside to Megan Lewis, who gets way up for the kill, and the St. Ignatius Wildcats take the second. More Cats in the third. The double block by Lucy and Fleming goes to Yu, to Tyson, quick setting Fleming, and that's not coming back. St. Ignatius wins in 3 straight. A big match with Mitty coming up next week. Serena Group and the 49ers bring us the Coach of the Week award every week.
Here's the 49ers Kyle Juszczyk with this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk, here to announce this week's Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. This week's award goes to Carlmont High School head coach Jake Messina. Coach Messina's squad improved to 4-0 on the season after a great all-around performance by the Scots, where they won impressively over the Lincoln Mustangs 43-0. The Scots' stout defense would only allow 5 first downs in the entire game, while their explosive offense would go on to rack up 318 rushing yards. As part of this award, Carlmont High School will receive a $1,000 grant from the 49ers Foundation. Coach Messina will be invited to watch a 49ers practice at the SAP Performance Facility, where he will be presented his award by 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan.
Coming up, league rivals San Ramon Valley and California.
But first, here's this week's sports tip from one of the sports offered at the Silver Creek Sportsplex.
Hi, I'm Coach Jack with this week's Silver Creek Sportsplex tip. Today we're going to be talking about stopping. When you're moving forward, you want to be able to stop. The easiest way to do this is to create a sharp turn to one of your sides, whichever one you preference to start out. Really what I want to be doing is shifting my weight to my backside and then pushing out with my front with my wheels at an angle to create a stopping motion, like so.
Head over to the Silver Creek Sportsplex in South San Jose for the excitement and fun of day camps for kids ages 7 to 12. Enjoy our state-of-the-art air-conditioned facility where your superstar will receive the best training in a variety of sports in the morning. They'll experience flag football and soccer on the Bay Area's best indoor fields. They'll learn roller hockey, baseball, softball, basketball, and badminton. Afternoons are filled with a variety of fun activities. Sign up now for summer camps. Build skills, make friends, and have fun.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange, exchange. Good. Go, 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 go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andrew, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
We're the Blueberry Crew from Leland High School, and you're watching the 49ers!
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with the big game this week in the East Bay League. The San Ramon Valley Wolves looking really impressive at 3-0 with senior quarterback Clark Baker averaging better than 150 yards passing every game.
Yes, but the Wolves are meeting league rival California, also 3-0, coming in with their quarterback Ryan Wright also impressive this season. Two teams with league title aspirations meeting at the home of the Grizzlies Friday night.
The California Grizzlies looking to stay undefeated as they host San Ramon Valley Friday night, first quarter, and the Wolves were looking to get on the board. Clark Baker dumps it to Daniel Medley, who sprints past defenders for a big gain. SRV scores on the next play, 7-0 Wolves. California looking to answer, but the SRV D steps up as Tristan Sinclair gets the sack on fourth down. That sets up the Wolves in good position, and Baker finds a wide open Cathal Roberts for a 30-yard touchdown, 14-0 SRV after one. The Grizzlies still battling in the second, but the pass is picked off by Nikolai Katona. He's going to run for a while to put San Ramon Valley in terrific field position. A great play by number 7. Just a few plays later, handed off to Medley, and there he goes, weaving in and out of defenders for a 43-yard touchdown, 21-0 SRV at the half. The Wolves continue the momentum in the second half. Baker connecting with Kobe Gross, who turns on the Jets for a big gain. San Ramon Valley scores on the next play to extend its lead to 27 points. California would get on the board, though, Ryan Wright with the quarterback keeper, and Ryan races in for the Cal Grizzlies touchdown. But it was all SRV in this one. Baker finds Gross again, and this time it's for 6 points as the Wolves cruise to a 37-6 win to go to take sole possession of first place in the East Bay League. Big games from Baker and Medley for the San Ramon Valley Wolves.
It's the Ocalanes Dons hosting the Bears of Menlo Atherton. Into the first quarter, the Bears on the attack. Chris Lobdell passes it over to Nate Kariotakis, who spins and fires this one in for the first goal of the game. Next possession for the Dons, Jake Stone fires and scores this one on the penalty shot to tie it at 1-1. At the 2-minute mark of the first, Chris Lobdell gets the ball in the crease. His shot is offline, but he comes in for the follow-up and finish. Very impressive. Fast forward to the second quarter, the Bears still controlling the game. Nate Kariotakis and Chris Lobdell at it again for the alley-oop goal. Bears lead 5-3. Into the second half, the Dons still keeping themselves alive in this one. Jake Stone finds Alex Archer, who shoots without even looking. Wow, but they trail still 7-4. This game staying close, but Kariotakis will get his own no-look goal to pull ahead by 2, but the Dons are not giving up. This is Max Stryker, without wasting any time after the foul, quickly fires for the goal, and we are tied. Into the final seconds of the game, in the fourth, the tension begins to build, but it's Jake Stone lobbing it over to Bennett Winther, who squeezes this one past 3 defenders, and the game is all over, folks, as Acalanes wins 11-10. Each week, Stevens Creek Toyota brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
KRB Jeannie joins us now with the story of a Santa Teresa football player and his battle to get back on the field this season.
Robert, tonight we meet a football player from Santa Teresa High School. After finishing up his first season on varsity for the Saints, Zyrick Pereno was diagnosed with a condition and was unsure if he would ever step foot on the field again.
Zyrick Pereno loves the game of football. Since the young age of 7, he would not be seen without a ball in his hands. And although Zyrick may be one of the smallest players on the field, his heart outshines most. Shortly after the star football player finished his first season with the Saints, he started experiencing abnormal numbness in his limbs and impaired vision. After a few tests, Zyrick was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome.
The worst possible point about this Guillain-Barré syndrome was when you just can't move. You can't. Either your body starts getting numb. The only parts you can move are your fingertips, but you can feel the numbness in them. You can't move. You can't walk on your own. The part when you can't eat, you just don't have the urge to eat. You can't do none of that. The hardest part, you can't sleep either. It's hard.
GBS is a rare condition in which the body's immune system attacks the nervous system, causing paralysis. Zyrick was hospitalized for a week and a half with blurred vision, paralyzed from the waist down, with a long road to recovery.
Throughout the hospital, when I was in the ER, the hospital bed, I just threw up. It was hard for me to go to the bathroom. I was urinating blood. I just really got sad in the hospital, sitting in the bed, just thinking about football over and over, thinking I couldn't play again.
After missing his second semester of his junior year, thoughts of never being able to play football flooded his head. The terrible symptoms of GBS kept young Zyrick from participating in preseason workouts with his team, but luckily, Zyrick was not facing this battle alone.
Once my coach found out, my best friend, Ethan Mazzone, he gave the coach an idea to make a video saying to get well with the whole team in the locker room. I saw it with one eye. I saw it, and then I just started crying. My mom started crying. My grandma started crying. It was just really emotional. A lot of emotional stuff happened. Yeah, my team was always there for me.
Get well, bro. We all love you.
Zyrick went through months of physical therapy and started responding to the medication prescribed by his doctors. Hope began to arise. Without the love and support of his team and his family, including his younger brother Zaid, Zyrick would not be here today.
Feed him, waking him up, helping him to the bathroom. He would call me at night if he needed help, like to the bathroom and stuff, and I would help him go back to sleep. I didn't know what was going to really happen to him, because that was the first time that ever happened in our family, like the first disease that ever happened. I was crying my eyes out, praying to God that he would be okay.
The dream of playing football again is what drove Zyrick to get better. Even though his physical condition was not 100%, he did everything that he could to get back on the field.
Zyrick would not stop asking me if he could participate, even though he wasn't cleared by the doctor. Every day he said, "Coach, let me just lift. Coach, let me just run." And we had to kind of, keep the chains on him a little bit because they were very concerned about, him getting more sick. He missed a lot of school, and he would come and just watch practice whenever he felt up to it. And through his treatments and everything, he gradually, improved to the point where he was actually cleared to lift, and then it was cleared to run, and then there was that great day when he was cleared to actually fully participate, which brought tears to all of us. Even now I think about it, it gets pretty emotional.
As the summer sun began to shine, Zyrick was finally cleared to hit the field. An emotional day for everyone.
First day back in the field, I cried when I got home. I cried when I got home. It felt really great. I was so excited to play my boys again. I just missed the football field. I really thought I wouldn't be able to step on the field and run on the field with the guys again.
Zyrick is now back on the football field for his senior year, feeling better than ever. He is grateful for every day on the field beside his team.
such an amazing kid. Let his story be a reminder to all athletes to be grateful for each and every day that they get to play the sport that they love. It's truly inspiring.
Yeah, you never know when it might get taken away from you. All right, thanks, Kira. One Hit Away brings us concussion prevention tips every week.
Here's Jill Cedibago with this week's tip.
One Hit Away Foundation promotes proper return to school protocol after concussion. Find out what your school or district has in place for return to school policy. Contact your counselor so they can be the liaison between your child and the teacher. Keep communication open as to progress. When ready, return to school gradually and modify class load if necessary. This will make the transition back to school more successful and less stressful. Brains take time to heal. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's the South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Willow Glen takes on Branham.
And back to the pool as Santa Clara swims against Wilcox next.
It's unbelievable. At South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we are the #1 Hellcat dealer in the nation. We've got the largest selection for speed anywhere. Dodge Challenger or Charger Hellcats for only $589 per month. That's not all. We're California's destination for great deals all the time. We've got Jeep Renegades for $10,888 and Fiats for $8,999. Plus the largest selection of Wranglers anywhere. The summer clearance event is going on now, so drive a little and save a lot.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. You vote online, and the game with the most votes gets to be the Game of the Week. So that means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. And this week's game received more than 12,000 votes.
What, 12,000?
Yeah, that's a lot.
These people are serious.
Yeah.
This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week, as voted by the fans, is the Santa Teresa Division opening night game with Branham meeting Willow Glen. The Bruins scoring 64 points in their last two games. Willow Glen featuring senior quarterback Lorenzo Gales. A Santa Teresa Division battle in this week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Our Aubrey Tolliver was there.
You voted, and here they are, the Branham Bruins and the Willow Glen Rams under the Friday night lights. The Bruins have the ball in the first. Quarterback Tanner Scattini with the handoff to Nolan Gallagher, and he's going to run for a while. 68 yards, and Branham is the first on the board. It stayed 7-0 through the first. Midway through the second, the Rams' Lorenzo Gales connects with Gilbert Pizarro. That's good for a 20-yard gain. Same drive, Gales this time to Connell Ryans. He was well defended there, but the Rams come up with the TD. We're tied at 7. 2 minutes later, Bruins on the 50. Scattini right up the middle to Kyle Leffler, and he's going the distance. Bruins take the 14-7 lead. After the kickoff, it's Gales handing it off to Waking Bailey. He's weaving in and out of traffic, but is taken down, gets a nice gain out of it. The Rams hoping to tie this one up now with a long pass into the end zone, but the receiver is well defended by David Supreme. He goes up and comes down with the ball. The Bruins offense would take over, but the drive would end in a Rams stop. 8 minutes into the third, it's 20-14. Make that 26-14. Michael Matthews with the long run to the house. Branham with the 2-touchdown lead. Halfway through the third, Gales with some pressure finds a wide open Bailey. That's a 35-yard play, now in enemy territory. 4 plays later, Gales with the handoff to Ryans. He shakes a few defenders and gives his team 6 more. Extra point good, 27-21. The Bruins would soon get those points back. Scattini to Leffler, strike. Leffler tiptoes down the sideline with the 2-point conversion. It's 27-21. Branham would tack on another TD at the end of the third, but in the fourth, Rams Bailey turns on the Jets. No one is stopping him. 34-27, Bruins lead it. 3 minutes left in the game, and the Bruins add a little insurance. Cameron Reinhard shoves his way into the end zone. Branham would go on to win 41-35. Close game, Leffler 94 yards receiving, and Gallagher, the ground attack, 124 yards.
Here they are, fresh off their first league victory. Give it up for the Branham Bruins. Nolan is our game MVP. Show him that shirt. Yeah. What went right for you guys in this victory?
Oh, geez, just a lot of perfect blocking by our O-line, having a bye week to be able to prepare for Will Glenn first league game, and shout out to the O-line for real. Whole game, just perfect blocks all game.
We're going to Tanner next. What were you guys doing in practice to hopefully start off this season or this league game 1-0?
We conditioned really hard. We made sure all of our plays were perfect, and we just had a great week of practice.
And Paul, you're going to be on the road again next week in San Jose for your second league game. What are you guys going to do prepare?
The road to San Jose starts tomorrow. We're going to practice hard, watch film, get ready, watch the game, and then come out the whole week and just go hard until Friday.
Congrats, guys. Give it up for the Branham Bruins.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3, family!
We get straight to the action in this one. Santa Clara traveling to rival Wilcox. The Chargers get going. Jez Garcia over to Maya Rao for the goal, 2-0 home team. Wilcox not slowing down. Jesse Geiger catches the pass and shoots from long range, draining the shot to give the Chargers the 3-0 advantage. It's Geiger again here, this time on the assist to Chrissy Fritchen. Everyone getting into the mix for the Chargers early to give them a 4-0 lead. Wilcox not slowing down. Juliana Hartley down low to Jez Garcia for the goal, and the Chargers are clicking on all cylinders. Most of the Chargers scoring came in the first half. Here's Fritchen with her second goal in the game to go up 5. Santa Clara looking for their first point. Annika Mujishi drains the shot to put the Bruins on the board. SC would find their rhythm. Mariah Walker with the defender all over her manages to get the shot off, and the Bruin comeback was just getting started. Santa Clara continuing to fight. Emily Fields in front of the net slips it past the keeper to pull the Bruins within 2. Fourth quarter, and the Wilcox Chargers put it away. Jez Garcia catches the pass and puts it in the net to win 7-4.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Harker School football player Jaden Simmons. A star on the football field, Jaden is also active in the community. Jaden is involved with the Hayward Rotary Club in a unique program called Child Spree. For the past 4 years, Jaden donated money to an underprivileged child, then helped the child spend that money on items at JCPenney. Jaden talks about why this work is so fulfilling for him.
While I may not be in a position of authority, it's easier for people my age to connect, like with the younger kids, because that's something that they can remember when they're growing up and kind of start like a domino effect. Because when you help those young kids in that phase of their lives who aren't in the best situation or circumstances, when they see somebody going out of their way to help them, whether a big thing, small thing, giving them some shoes, giving them some food, whatever, later in their life, there's a huge possibility that they could give back or do something big. And I think that's kind of an amazing feeling to have as a teenager, and it's kind of instrumental in developing me as a character.
Coming up to the peninsula we go for Terra Nova and Cappuccino.
And more volleyball with Sacred Heart Prep and Mercy. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report. The Terra Nova Tigers are off to a fine start with one of the Bay Area's most prolific quarterbacks, Nathan Gordon. He's completed 61 passes in 4 games for 973 yards.
That's awesome. The 3-1 Tigers taking on the 2-2 Cappuccino Mustangs Friday afternoon. The Cappuccino Mustangs getting set to host the Terra Nova Tigers Friday afternoon. We get right to the action with the Mustangs. Trey Zahersky throws one down the field, landing in the hands of Brandon Mailangi for the first touchdown of the game. Extra point, no good. Second quarter, the Tigers answer back. Nathan Gordon searching for an open receiver and finds Jackson Kubal. Terra Nova with the 1-point advantage after the conversion. Gordon dodging the Mustang defense this time. He takes it himself, running the ball, feeling the pressure. Gordon sends it to Mario Fair, and Mario, look at Gordon falling back, and Mario in the back of the end zone makes the catch. Gordon now throwing a long one downfield to Richard Walls, who stays on his feet into the end zone. A terrific catch there. Another touchdown for the Tigers. They're up by 15. Back from the half now, and Cap doesn't give up as Mailangi hands it off to Jean-Paul Kefu, who drives the ball home to cut the deficit for the Mustangs. PAT no good again. Check out Walls on this play, though. The Mustangs kick off, and it's Walls with a return, staying right on his toes, breaking tackle, spinning free, running over people. That's a terrific return there. The Tigers looking to score as Gordon hands it off to Giovanni Fabiani Wyatt, who finds an open lane all the way down for the touchdown. Just enough time to say his name, 49-14. The Tigers add another TD late to send their winning streak to 5 straight games. They're now 5-1 on the season, a big game for the quarterback, Gordon.
Sacred Heart Prep playing visitor in the Sunny Mercy High School gym. Early in game 1, Kate Dessler handles the serve. Haley Martello with the diving save, and Dessler gets it over the net. Just 2 hits on the skipper side, and it comes back. Martella to Elena Radiff, and she puts it away. The Gators off to a 10-0 run. Now 18-6, and this time it's Martella to Dessler. Dessler with 9 kills in game 1. She's going for it again, but Tatiana Jimenez denies it, but the Gators go on to take set 1, 25-10. To the second we go, Martello with the ace, couldn't place it any better, and it's 3-0 Gators. 2 points later, you can see why Dessler leads the league in kills. SHP takes game 2, 25-12. In the third, it's knotted up at 3. The Dragons go for the kill, but Jimenez is there with that block. The Skippers take their first lead of the day. Tied at 11 now, Danielle Ellis, this time with the tricky serve, Skippers lead. Now it's 12 all. Alexa Bartlett and Lindsey Johnson with the tag team block. After that, SHP would go on to lead all the way through, but not without one last spectacular set by Martello. Look at that, a backward set all the way to the outside hitter Bartlett. Amazing ball control, in the Gators with their 8th straight sweep to stay perfect in league play. Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrates players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers. Doing the dirty work this week is James Bankston from Andrew Hill High School. James not only the quarterback for the Falcons, but also doing work on defense. He gets the big-time pick to put his team in good position where they would score a few plays later, and they're 3-0 on the season. James Bankston doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order. And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch. Coming up, our CCS block construction blockbuster game as Bellarmine battles Mitty. And later, Bishop O'Dowd takes on Freedom as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues. The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
Bank on it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bank on it!
You read it in the paper, hear it on the radio. It's the biggest sales event ever. It's the Jeep Celebration Event at Northern California's #1 volume dealer, South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Over 850 cars, priced incredibly low. It's mind-blowing. New cars under $10,000. New Fiat 500 and Jeep Renegade for just $9,999. Get up to $17,000 off on some new vehicles. New Ram 1500 starting at $16,999. We're selling inventory by the minute at South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, and Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot. Our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game is another opening night contest in the West Catholic League. The Bellarmine Bells come into league play with a 2-1 preseason record. Mitty also opens league play at 2-1 and looking to start on a winning note against their league rivals from Bellarmine. It's the Blockbuster game, and Robert was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Opening night in the West Catholic League has San Jose rivals Mitty and Bellarmine going at it. The Bellarmine Bells feature hard-running 6'2", 215-pound running back Austin Ajaki, who's having a great season for the Bells. For Mitty, look for their sophomore quarterback Shamir Bey to do well. Shamir has over 400 yards passing, around 250 yards rushing, with 9 total touchdowns for the Mitty Monarchs. A very impressive young quarterback in today's block construction blockbuster game. A packed house at City College for this battle of San Jose rivals. Early, the Bells controlling the action. Jack Devine rolling out, looking for someone. Finally firing to Anthony Magri, who makes a fine catch and a nice run after the catch. And then later on, same drive, direct snap to Brandon Boomenlag. 10 yards up the middle, diving in, and Bellarmine has a 7-0 lead. Defense taking control during the middle of the game. The Bells' Nick Del Baggio breaking free and getting a big tackle for loss there. Mitty driving, but a fumble, and right there to gobble it up is Tyson Garcia. This guy just makes big plays. Still 7-0 third quarter now, and more Bellarmine defense as Claude Cole gets into the backfield. The Mitty defense just as stingy. Evan Friend sniffs out the screen, and a big loss there. A nice play by our friend. Mitty driving now late in the third, handed to Chaz Sines, weaving through defenders all the way down to the 5-yard line. And from there, it's the sophomore quarterback, Shamir Bey, who says, "I'm a sophomore, and I just scored my first league touchdown." We're tied at 7-all. Late fourth quarter, under 1 minute to play. Mitty driving as Bey throws to Joseph Vaughn, who makes the catch and gets out of bounds. And then with just 4 seconds to play, it's Bey following signs. He's in, and the Mitty Monarchs score a come-from-behind victory in the final seconds to win it 14-7. We talked with Bey about what it was like to win his first league game.
It's good. It's a great feeling. I have my teammates behind me. They've led me through this whole thing. I couldn't do it. My O-line. O-line's great.
Captains from Gilroy and St. Francis meeting just moments before game time Tuesday afternoon. St. Francis on the attack early. Lauren Dunnett spots Casey Joy upfield. Joy passes to a streaking Andrea Delfino, who wastes no time firing the ball in the net for the first goal of the game. But back comes the Gilroy Mustangs. Check out Audrey Larson dribbling in and out of defenders before tying things up, and we head to the second half locked at 1-all. 15 minutes into the second half, the Mustangs on the corner. The ball is back to Audrey Larson. Larson this time going with a perfect long shot. It's in, and Gilroy takes a 2-1 lead. Now with just under a minute left in regulation, both teams battling hard, but the Lancers just not giving up. The ball is centered and somehow hits the stick of Delfino and is in for the goal. And we head into overtime locked at 2-all. And in OT, both teams would get a good look, but Gilroy with one last corner. The ball bounces off keeper Molly Smith and then off another 2 defenders, and that's the way this one's gonna end. The Lancers and Mustangs end it in a 2-all tie. The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's Harker School Scholar athlete is Jenna Sandell from Presentation. Jen is the standout volleyball player for the Panthers. She is not only a team leader for Pres, but also a dedicated student athlete.
Jenna with a 3.7 GPA. The Scholar Athlete Award is brought to you by the Harker School. Harker congratulates their 46 seniors named semifinalists in the 2018 National Merit Scholarship Program, 25% of the senior class. Just 1% of seniors nationwide become semifinalists, so Harker is very proud of these students. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's Robert in the office with this week's Adobe tip.
The new Type tool in Premiere Pro allows you to make shapes quickly and easily. Drop down the Pen tool box to reveal the rectangle and ellipse tools. Click on any of these and then go right to the program monitor to create your shape. This is also an easy way to create a thick line. Go to the Essential Graphics panel to adjust the size, color, and to add a stroke or drop shadow. Another way the Adobe Creative Cloud helps make your team videos and highlight reels better than all the rest. Coming up, 2 of the very best teams in the East Bay, it's Bishop O'Dowd battling Freedom.
And we go back to the hardwood with Northgate and Berean Christian when we come back.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Stevens Creek Toyota. It's where the deals are. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, my name is Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Back at Levi Stadium, and a look at the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons led by top recruit Javon Holland. The safety has verbally committed to play at Oregon next year, but right now he's part of a 3-0 Dragons team.
The Dragons taking on an explosive Freedom team undefeated at 4-0, led by exciting tailback Giles Jackson. Two of the East Bay's very best meeting Friday night.
One of the Bay Area's very best teams, the Freedom Falcons, getting ready to go in the first quarter. Joey Aguilar steps back and goes deep to find Bailey Costin, who stays in bounds. It's the first touchdown in the game for the Freedom Falcons are on the board. Next possession, the Dragons from Bishop O'Dowd taking charge on offense, but this ball is picked off across the middle. It's Jalen Thomas setting up the Falcons with good field position. A great play there. Very next play, it's Joey Aguilar stepping back and finding the team's leading scorer, Giles Jackson, along the sideline. He'll reel this one in to give his team a 14-0 lead. 2 minutes left in the first. The Dragons with the ball, and they get on the board. Quinn Brennan going deep to Javon Holland, 55 yards for the score. Second quarter now, the Dragons back at it again. Austin Jones with the handoff along the sideline with a stiff arm and finds the end zone. We're tied at 14. Now with only seconds left on the clock, Brennan steps back and he'll sling this one to Austin Jones as time expires, but O'Dowd trails 28-21 at the half. 5-minute mark of the third. It's Aguilar again going deep for Mikel Ely, and look at this arm, 70 yards, unbelievable, and Freedom now with a 34-21 lead. Final moments of the game now. The Dragons taking one more shot at the end zone, but this one is picked off by Thomas Houston, who makes a one-handed catch. A terrific play to seal the deal as Freedom gets the victory and ends O'Dowd's 16-game win streak dating back to last season. Aguilar leading the way.
The Berean student section all fired up for the big game Tuesday night. The Broncos were on fire in set one. Ellie Silva to Kinsey Anderson to Amanda Ward for the kill as Northgate takes set one 25-12. Northgate still on the attack in set two. Karina Ong with the bump to Anderson, who sets up Aubrey Roberts perfectly for the point. Berean Christian keeping the set close. Sheree Daniels bumps to Rebecca Jones, who connects with Abigail Radatu for the monstrous kill. The Eagles would rally to take set two. Elizabeth Dutton to Jones to Zippy Dudziak for the finish as Berean wins it 26-24. The Broncos trying to bounce back in set three. Allie Collins over to Anderson, then right back to Collins, who blasts it hardline. Berean battling back. Elizabeth Duziak on the pass, Jones on the overset, and Zippy Zuziak on the spike. But set three goes to the Broncos. Ward to Anderson, who uses a little trickery for the point. Northgate wins it 25-23. The Eagles not letting up without a fight in set four as the ball is popped up for Dutton, and she tips that one over. But Northgate was a bit better in this one. Silva to Anderson to Collins, and she puts it away as the Broncos win it in 4 sets. Collins leading the charge for the victorious Lady Broncos in this one.
The Brandon volleyball team having a great season once again this year.
The Bruins meeting up with 99.7 Now Strawberry to talk about it at the Rikus Center earlier this week.
We're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. They were undefeated all last season, so give it up for the defending league champs of Branham High School. These girls know volleyball, and Seneca, one of the seniors on the team, seems like so far in this season, when you go somewhere else, when you're the visiting squad, you beat them in their own house. You guys drive home with the win. How does that feel?
Yeah, totally. We always go in there, you know, acting like it's our gym. We do what we need to do. We walk in together. We start off, you know, with like a vibe, like, hey, this is our gym. This is our house. We're going to play how we want to play.
And does it feel better to just quiet that crowd?
Yeah, it feels really good, actually. And our school is really supportive. We always get a lot of people that come out and cheer for us. So we have a really supportive school, and it's really fun.
The Bruins stick together. Let's go to the other senior on the squad. Holly, tell everybody how it is with such a young team. A lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors, only 2 seniors so far?
Yeah, even though the rest of us are young, the seniors, we kind of lead the group, and we're like, hey, this is how Brandon plays. And even though we're young, we have really good team chemistry. So I think that's what pulls us through in the end.
Any hazing, like go buy me French fries, wash my uniform, anything like that?
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, because French fries, let's be honest. Birthday girl, what's up, Mia? Tell us about the whys. Branham Volleyball has a special kind of motto.
So why is what drives you to do what you do, what motivates you, and we really use it when we're down or we're struggling or we're just not connecting with each other, and we remind ourselves why we play, and then that like kicks us right back into gear and just gives us a reason to work hard and pull through.
And you're working for that league championship again, back to back, right?
Yes.
Yeah? All right. Good luck, Brandon. My name is Strawberry from 99.7 now. I'm on the radio every night at 7. Watch out if these girls come to your high school. These are the Brandon Bruin volleyball team.
Lady Bruins on 3! 1, 2, 3! Lady Bruins!
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everyone happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to the St. Francis Lancers. With just under a minute left in regulation, St. Francis stood tough and managed to get a last-minute goal, sending the game into OT, and the Lancers could not help but celebrate in this week's Be Happy Play. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here is a training tip from our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Robbie, and today's training tip is a reaction ball drop. This is a great exercise to do during your rest period between sets, and it's great to work on your action, your mental focus, and hand-eye coordination. So what we'll do is we're gonna put a number to each hand on the floor. Your right hand will be 1, left hand will be 2, the floor will be 3. It's a partner exercise. One partner is gonna drop the ball while counting out a number, and your goal is to try to catch the ball as quickly as possible without letting it hit the floor. To make this exercise more challenging, you can place your hands farther and farther and farther back behind yourself.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium.
Yes, we'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start with Acalanes Waller Polo. It's Alex Archer with a no-look backhand goal. Nathan Gordon for Terra Nova to Jackson Kubala. Great job getting his feet in for the Tigers touchdown. Here's Branham's Nolan Gallagher showing his speed. A terrific touchdown run in the Branham Bruins game this week. Branham looking really good. Here's Freedom, one of the best teams in the Bay Area. Thomas Houston with a terrific one-handed interception to seal a big victory for the Falcons. But the Play of the Week goes to the California School for the Deaf. It's Luke Bella doing a great job here on this interception. Watch Luke keep his eye on the ball, and then a timely interception as he dives in to make the grab for this week's Play of the Week. That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Before we leave tonight, we want to thank Marissa for her wonderful work here these past 6 years as she moves on with her career to bigger and better things, and we hate to see you go.
Yes, well, it's never easy to say goodbye. I've decided to step away from the anchor desk and embark on a new adventure. And first and foremost, I would like to thank Robert for the opportunity that was given to me 6 years ago. I'm forever grateful. And to the entire staff who puts up with my weekly emails, I will miss you all dearly. To the many student athletes who opened up and told me their stories, and the ADs and coaches who were always there to help, I will never forget the amazing games and moments. I wish the entire Cal High team continued success and never stop supporting high school sports. We'll see you next week.